Warfare has changed. The world's battlefields are no longer defined by trenches or front lines, but by invisible networks and silent strategies. The very nature of conflict has evolved, shifting from open confrontation to covert operations that unfold in the shadows of cyberspace and global finance. Today's conflicts are fought quietly, with technology and economic tactics replacing guns and tanks. Nations now compete not just for territory, but for information, influence, and control over the digital infrastructure that underpins modern society. The tools of war have become more sophisticated, and the stakes have never been higher. The silent war is waged in the digital realm, where artificial intelligence and sanctions are the new weapons of power. Cyber attacks can disrupt entire economies, while advanced algorithms can manipulate markets and sway public opinion. The lines between military, economic, and technological power are blurring, creating a complex web of competition. Nations deploy sophisticated algorithms to outmaneuver rivals and protect their interests. Cybersecurity teams work around the clock, defending critical infrastructure from unseen threats. Every day, governments and corporations race to stay one step ahead in a contest where the rules are constantly changing. The battlefield is no longer physical, it's virtual, and its consequences are just as real. A single breach can paralyze a city, disrupt essential services, or compromise sensitive data. The impact of these digital skirmishes can ripple across borders, affecting millions in an instant. Economic sanctions now cripple economies without a single shot, targeting financial systems and trade to force compliance. These measures can bring industries to a halt, cause unemployment, and destabilize entire regions, all without the sound of gunfire. But these measures impact not just governments, but ordinary people and global markets. Families feel the pressure as prices rise and jobs disappear. The effects of economic warfare are deeply personal, touching lives in ways that are often invisible but profoundly disruptive. Data is the new prize, with countries battling for control over information in a world where privacy is under siege. Every click, every transaction, every message becomes a potential asset or vulnerability. The fight for data supremacy is relentless, shaping the way we live, work, and communicate. The quest for dominance is subtle, relying on digital strategies and influence campaigns. Social media platforms become battlegrounds for ideas, where narratives are crafted and public opinion is swayed with precision. The power to influence minds has become as valuable as the power to control armies. The silent war isn't about destroying cities, it's about shaping the future and deciding who holds power. Every move is calculated, every action part of a larger strategy to secure advantage in a world where the rules are constantly being rewritten. As technology seeps into every aspect of life, the stakes have never been higher. Our homes, our schools, and our workplaces are all connected, making us both empowered and vulnerable. The choices we make today will determine the balance of power for generations to come. The silent war reflects our era, invisible, relentless, and transformative. It is a conflict fought in code, in markets, and in the minds of people everywhere. Its outcome will shape the very fabric of our society. In this new age, the fight for influence is everywhere, and the outcome will define the world to come. The silent war is here, and its echoes will be felt for decades. Artificial intelligence has become the frontline weapon in a silent, invisible war that is unfolding across the globe. No longer confined to science fiction, AI is now at the heart of modern conflict, shaping strategies and outcomes in ways never seen before. Nations are locked in a relentless digital arms race, pouring unprecedented resources into AI research and development to gain a strategic edge. Governments, militaries, and private companies are all vying to create smarter, faster, and more adaptable systems that can outthink and outmaneuver their rivals. Autonomous systems, drones, robots, and cyber tools now make real-time decisions, often without direct human input. These machines can analyze vast amounts of data in seconds, respond to threats instantly, and even launch countermeasures on their own. AI powers surveillance networks, predicts emerging threats, and automates complex military operations, fundamentally changing the nature of conflict. The battlefield is no longer just physical, it's digital, and it's everywhere. Cyber warfare has become a constant, high-stakes battle of algorithms, as countries try to outsmart and outmaneuver each other's digital defenses. Every day, new vulnerabilities are discovered and exploited, making the digital domain a perpetual war zone. This brings unprecedented efficiency and precision to military operations, but it also raises serious ethical and security concerns. The speed and autonomy of AI systems mean that mistakes or miscalculations can have devastating consequences. The autonomy of AI means life or death choices can be made in milliseconds, often without human oversight. This reality is sparking urgent debates among policymakers, ethicists, and military leaders about how to regulate and control these powerful technologies. As AI continues to advance at a rapid pace, the risk of accidental escalation or unintended consequences grows, fueling a relentless technological arms race that shows no signs of slowing down. The silent war is shaping not just today's security landscape, but the very future of international relations. Alliances are shifting, and new rules of engagement are being written in real time. In this new battleground, innovation is both a shield and a sword, defending nations while also challenging the boundaries of what is possible in warfare. Economic sanctions are now a weapon of choice in the silent war. By targeting economies, nations can weaken adversaries without firing a shot. Sanctions restrict access to markets, freeze assets, and cut off technology, creating economic hardship. The goal force policy changes by making daily life difficult for the targeted nation, but sanctions often hit ordinary citizens hardest, causing shortages and humanitarian crises. Their effectiveness depends on international support and the resilience of the targeted economy. Sometimes, sanctions backfire, strengthening a nation's resolve instead of weakening it. Despite being non-violent, sanctions can destabilize regions and disrupt global trade. They remind us that the silent war has real casualties and long-term consequences. Economic warfare is as potent as any weapon on the modern geopolitical stage. In today's interconnected world, data has become the new currency in a silent, high-stakes war. Nations, corporations, and even individuals are racing to seize control of this invaluable resource, knowing that whoever holds the most data wields immense power and influence. The relentless fight for data dominance has created a sprawling digital battlefield, one where privacy is constantly under siege. Every click, swipe, and message leaves a trace, feeding a vast ecosystem of surveillance and analysis. Advanced surveillance technologies and AI-driven analysis now allow governments and organizations to monitor communications, track movements, and even predict behaviors with unprecedented accuracy and speed. The power of information is immense. Insights drawn from data can reveal adversaries' intentions, expose vulnerabilities, and shape the strategies of entire nations. In the wrong hands, this power can be weaponized. Yet, this relentless pursuit of data comes at a cost, raising serious ethical dilemmas and deep concerns about the erosion of personal privacy and civil liberties. Unauthorized data collection and mass surveillance threaten to undermine individual rights, fueling widespread fears of a future where every action is watched and recorded. As the risks become impossible to ignore, calls for greater transparency, accountability, and regulation are growing louder across the globe. The ongoing struggle for data control is reshaping the very fabric of society, with profound and lasting implications for freedom, democracy, and the rights of every citizen. In this silent war, the line between security and privacy grows ever more blurred, forcing us to confront difficult questions about the world we want to live in. Ultimately, the outcome of this battle will define the boundaries of personal freedom in the digital age, shaping our future for generations to come. Influence is the silent war's most subtle weapon. Nations now use digital strategies, soft power, information warfare, and cultural diplomacy to shape perceptions and sway opinion. Social media and digital platforms spread narratives, propaganda, and misinformation, shifting the balance of power without force. Economic leverage, through trade, investment, and aid, builds alliances and secures influence, especially in developing regions. These tactics allow countries to expand their reach without open confrontation. The lines between friend and foe blur as nations compete for hearts and minds. Influence campaigns can destabilize societies or foster cooperation, depending on intent. In this environment, the ability to shape narratives is as valuable as military might. The quest for influence is ongoing, quietly redrawing the map of global power. The silent war is as much about persuasion as it is about pressure. The silent war is a battle for the future, with technology at its core. Nations that master AI and digital innovation will shape industries, economies, and societies. but the race for supremacy brings risks, inequality, new conflicts, and ethical dilemmas. Governance is a critical front. How we regulate technology will determine if its benefits are shared or hoarded. International cooperation is essential to manage these challenges and prevent abuse. The silent war reminds us, the future isn't set in stone. Today's choices will echo for generations, for better or worse. The stakes are high. Control over technology means control over tomorrow. By working together, nations can build a safer, more equitable digital world. The outcome of the silent war will define the next era of human progress. Cybersecurity is the shield in the silent war, protecting nations from digital threats. Cyber attacks can disrupt economies, steal secrets, and undermine national security. Countries invest heavily in defending critical infrastructure, power grids, financial systems, and communication networks. The battle extends to cyber espionage, with hackers and defenders locked in a constant struggle for information. Offensive cyber tools, malware, ransomware, and more are now part of every nation's arsenal. Cybersecurity isn't just about defense, it's about projecting power and deterring adversaries. The digital battlefield is always shifting, demanding constant vigilance and innovation. In the silent war, cybersecurity is both a front line and a force multiplier. The ability to defend and attack in cyberspace is now central to national power. Alliances and digital diplomacy are vital in the silent war. Nations form coalitions to share intelligence, develop technology, and set global standards. Digital platforms enable real-time dialogue and collaboration, making diplomacy faster and more effective. Pooling resources strengthens collective security and technological capabilities. Alliances help manage tensions, resolve disputes, and promote stability in a connected world. As digital threats grow, international cooperation becomes ever more important. The future of peace and security depends on how well nations work together in the digital age. The silent war defines our era, a conflict fought with technology, economics, and influence, not armies. Its outcomes will decide who shapes the world's future. The choices nations make now will echo for generations. Cooperation, transparency, and accountability are essential to navigate this new landscape. The silent war is both a warning and an opportunity. By uniting, nations can build a future that is secure, just, and innovative. The war for tomorrow is underway, and its outcome is in our hands. The silent war's legacy will be the world we create together.